this is episode 1, Watch Over Me, by Tracy M. Salazar. Again, her hand flitted across the page, absorbed in the pen. Often her world reflected by the paper she constantly returns to, randomly jumping when an idea presents itself to her. Hair draped over her shoulders made a curtain between her and the world. She was leaning against a tree just outside the library. I'm sitting a few feet away from her, though she doesn't know it. Blissfully unaware of my presence, she hums a lullaby while tapping her pen against her knee. Claire, I whisper her name. A wave of wind swirls around us. With a smile, she looks up. Not meeting my eyes, she looks around. Claire didn't hear my voice, but simply the whisper of the wind. She's my little secret. I am her guard. So much has changed since I started watching over this young woman. The others thought it was out of obligation for the future. However, I know differently. It was convenient for others to think that. That was our secret, the one that little Claire doesn't know of. She was important. And yet that isn't why I guard her. It is easier to make others think that is the only reason why I stay near her. Around my neck, the collar that is my prison began to heat up, signaling that my shift is now over. My time is up. I must return. Standing, I take the strange sight of her homeland. It is trees planted in the ground, and random plots of ground. Plots of land covered in grass that has no reason to be there. Every blade manicured to the very stem which it sprouts. The buildings and roads made out of crushed rock, made to last through the destruction of time. With a last look at the human blonde, I push off the ground, my thick wings unfolding, carrying me skyward. The place that was the young girl's learning place shrunk below me. It was an outcropping of buildings that the locals dared to call large. What simple beings the creatures are. And yet their freedom is something that is just out of my reach. Soon as I began to reach the upper layers of the atmosphere, I was high enough to use the pixelizer. With a touch, my band around my neck opened the gateway to my homeland. The skies break apart and fold into a mass of solid air. Moments pass and the solid building, the solid black wall is ready. With a pulse of pressure to my wings, I fly through the hole. My body rips apart. The searing and tearing is not nearly as painful as it used to be. All angels have to be trained to ignore the pain like this. After all, it was our training to pass through the pixelizer into the human realm. Needless to say, many angels quit trying for the transfer level afterward. Being a guard is never an easy job. The weak don't belong in the human realm. The searing pain decreases as I become whole again. Moments after my wings catch the wind, the visions of Lencia commandeers the backdrop of my entrance, the Silver City. Many other people visit the capital of the North for its splendid sights, but it was the job that drew me here. Lencia is where the Farlanders are located, the angels, as the humans call us. We have long since been guarding the world of humans, not from some great evil that they have become to believe as the devil, but themselves. They are more of a danger due to their pure, unadulterated energy. Their thoughts bring about new worlds. The youngest child has the mind that could create a life as they know it. The only balance to their chaos is the other realms, though they don't know it. There are many beings that are in contact with Earth, which have all adopted the humans' names for a joke. Those of us who choose to work through Lencia are called angels. Those that work from the southern capital, Kokora, are called demons. They are the terms that we have used for thousands of years, long before what they called Christianity was born. We don't fight with the demons. It's common for siblings to go to different cities. Those cities have different policies on how the human world works. Those believe the same tend to migrate to that region. We work with the death tollers, middle-aged, corn bees, toolers, along with others. Native angels aren't even the strongest species compared to the others, though many angels are very strong. Unlike the others, we have restrictions that are binding for our duty. However, the others don't work with the government here. With a sigh, I land at the front gate. I have to check in before my shift at the human world ends. It is required for every guardian to check in before 72 hours are up in the human world, or a sacrifice is necessary. It is one of the many rules here in Lencia. Hey there, brother. Checking in. Tamaki lounges behind the check-in station. His deep red hair pulled back into a tight braid, metal lace through his bangs. He is one of the more carefree angels here. Nodding, I hand over my pixelizer, a device the size of my palm. I'm done for the day. I walk away then. If Tamaki is here, then Lester is only seconds away, and I don't have the patience to deal with him right now. I find my footfalls are level and quick, the normal gait around here. Hey there, brother. A hand pounds my shoulder before I can skip away. A groan almost escapes my lips as I resist the urge to land one on his jaw. The one person I want to avoid. Lester? I am able to turn to him with the smallest of scowls on my face. His uniform for travel clings to his form, making it clear he wore it for the women. His uniform tells me he must either be coming in or going out. He nudges himself closer to me, looks me really close. This is normal for him. He has no essence of personal space. You been peeking on your little lady? Raising an eyebrow at me, I twist out of his arm, away a few steps. She's my charge. It's my job to check in on her. I coldly walk away. 2 more hours until my meeting with their captain. 2 hours to waste. Oh, is it now? I don't remember watching her sleep being a job for an angel. His chuckle grates against my ears. He's been teleprompting me again. How many times have I told you to keep that little thing away from me? I grind my teeth as I find the glistening alleyway that leads to my quarters. Lester stops walking behind me and laughs as loud as his lungs can allow him. Like I'll miss the sad show of Elijah. She'll never gain grace, you know. She'll never get to be with you. When he's done laughing, I stop and stare at him blankly. I had never thought of him trying to be with her. She is my charge. It is my duty to protect the beacon of humans. They are the most dangerous of all humans. Not from evil or foul deeds, but from the naturally high energy they have. Smiling lightly, I tell the truth. I have no intention of being with her. She is my responsibility. My fascination is with her future, the future that none see. Think what you will, but your thoughts mean nothing to me, Lester. After turning, I say forcefully over my shoulder, and keep that thing away from me, or you will talk to him and explain to why your entire fleet has been destroyed. Walking away, I quickly find my dwelling in the light of white. Unlike the human world, our buildings are made of water and energy. With a wave from my hand, the yellow-white light disappears to reveal a dim dwelling. Each of the handful of appliances have a steady glow over their muted shapes. These are different colors and appear to be solid. Walking past the bare resting area, I find the path that leads down. Less than an hour and I must leave my workshop. Striding down the steps, I find that none of my experiments have been touched. Their crisp and slightly warped bodies lie as they were when I left. Picking up the closest object, I feel the fabric between my fingers. Human clothing material. This was the first cloth that my invention allowed me to bring over, though half of the blue light color became burnt on the travel back. Setting the fragile fabric down, I find a chair before gently plucking my pouch from my side. I will know if my experiments have been prosperous by the hair that is in this pouch. If it is gone, then I must continue studying the travel between our world and theirs. Breathing slowly, I unlatch the latch and slowly open the slightly glowing lid. Inside, in the folded fabric of blue cloth I have labored over for 50 years, is a lock of sandy blonde hair. Not a single strand touched by the travel's burn. A grin cracks my face as I slowly pull the 2 inches of hair from its case. Life hums through the invisible veins in the air. Human hair. I laugh as I touch it to my nose, breathing in her scent. I did it. I let the words cross my lips. I've done the impossible. I begin to laugh in earnest now. Setting down the lock of hair, I stand so my wings have room to be free. I, Elijah of the Guardian troops, have found the way to bring a human into this realm. Then it hits me as I laugh with joy. I am the only angel in all of time that can bring a human to our world. Thousands of my kind have tried for a millennia and failed. Now it's possible. This is going to change everything, I whisper to myself. Glancing down, I see that her hair is darker than anything that has ever been in the angel's realm. And that is the first short. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I will post another video next week. It'll be of the second short story I post on Amazon. Have a wonderful night.